So you got yourself a Nintendo Switch in 2022. It's better late than never, it only took 5 years. Nevertheless, you've come to the right place. I'm gonna give you tips on how to get started with your Nintendo Switch. I myself got a Nintendo Switch for the very first time, and I'm here to give you tips, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos so you don't have to. Stay tuned. There she is in all its glory. Isn't she beautiful? Alright, enough about this, stupid boys. Let's see what's in the box first. This is the Switch OLED model. The white Joy-Cons and the words OLED give it away that it's the latest model. We got our Switch console. Here's the white Joy-Cons. Here's accessories, but we'll talk about that later. This is the dock, which allows you to play it on your TV. But in order to keep the dock and Joy-Cons white and clean, let's put on some gloves. Now it's funny, this is supposed to come with USB 3.0, but for whatever reason Nintendo limits to USB 2.0. Here's a slit in the back for cable management. Don't worry, this comes off. Here you have your power as USB-C. Then you got your HDMI and the LAN port for Ethernet. Here we have the HDMI cable, Nintendo's official power adapter. Kind of reminds me of the classic NES adapter. This is the Joy Grip. This is where you put your Joy-Cons to convert it to controller. Can get tiresome playing handheld mode. My hands start to numb after a while. These are the wristbands that attach to your Joy-Cons in case you want to play in tabletop mode, and they go around your wrist. And that's everything that comes with the Switch. So back to the accessories, I'll have a link in the description. This comes with a bundle, a cover for the Joy-Cons, and they're easy to install, you just slip them in. I saw this from another YouTuber, and his experience was that, I don't know if it's just the sweat in your hands that wore the color off the Joy-Con, so I want to avoid that. So this is just a simple installation of the wrist straps to the Joy-Cons. Now one thing that I want to help you out with is for you not to do the same mistake I did. I thought that these can stay attached and then still attach them to the screen, so you always have the wrist straps, but that's not so. So if you want to play in handheld mode, you have to remove the wrist straps, and if you want to play in tabletop mode, then you have to reinstall them, and that's just unnecessary, unfortunately. So this is the kickstand for the new OLED. It's a wide kickstand versus the old one, which offers better support. Alright, this is what I was talking about. I'm trying to attach the Joy-Con with the wrist straps to the Switch console, and it's just not so. So hopefully my stupidity helped you to avoid this. Okay, so there's a black button behind the Joy-Con. This will help you to release the wrist straps or from the console itself. Just squeeze and hold that button and then just slide out. Okay, now with the wrist straps removed, now you can attach it to the console itself. Here's other accessories that it comes with the bundle. There's some Joy-Cons to give you different grips and feel for the joysticks. There's a screen protector. It's accessories like the cleaning wipes and dust remover. And some stickers so when your toddler is annoying you when you're trying to play the Switch, they could distract themselves with this. I kid. Okay, this is a back plate for the console itself just to protect it from the back. And it just attaches that so, just click into place and you're all set. I don't know if I can slide it, but it seemed to do the job. The bottom piece was loose, you just have to make sure that you click into place and then it won't be loose anymore. To make sure you installed it correctly, make sure you have leeway for the kickstand that it opens and closes. And obviously that the holes match in a line from the top and the bottom. This is your compartment for your game cartridges. Here's the power and volume buttons. If you just hold the power button, your system will turn on. As you can see, you'll see the Nintendo logo. At this step, you should be excited to want to play the game and skip the screen protector altogether. but unfortunately we still have a setup process to go through. Okay, so here with the setup process, we're going to start with selecting our language, followed up by selecting our country, and then accept the user license agreement, and then we get to be able to sign into our Wi-Fi. Once that's done, select your time zone, and then we're going to test out the Joy-Cons. The problem that I had here was that I thought it meant just one at a time, but you're supposed to remove both of them because it wants to assure that if the Joy-Cons were connected, to test it out by using the directional button and then hitting the A button on the right. Okay, and then we click next and we get to see the different playstyles. There's handheld mode, tabletop, and on your TV, of course. The next screen is going to ask you to create a user, but if you already have a user, don't worry, just create a name for this particular Switch. It won't matter once you link it to your Nintendo account. Follow the steps for the import process. So go ahead and select your character. You could even choose a background for this character. Here, enter the name for the user. Then it's going to ask you to link it to your Nintendo account, but just go ahead and select later because you're going to have to do an update, so it doesn't matter. You got an option to add more users, a little bit about the Switch Online. There's parental controls. And then finally you get to hit the home button to go to your home screen. Okay, so here we're going to go to systems. We're going to scroll all the way down to system and then system update. After this, you should be able to link up your Nintendo account. Gonna do a quick reboot. Hit the A button 3 times to unlock it. Go back to system. We're gonna go to users. Go ahead and select your profile image because there you'll see the option to link your Nintendo account. You have the option to do it from your Switch or from your smartphone. If you don't have a Nintendo account, I suggest you use the smartphone option so you can get the option to create a new account. You could also do this on your computer. Go to your internet browser and type in my.nintendo.com. Here you'll get the option to create an account or sign in. Select create account, enter your birthday, hit enter, and just fill out the details. You could choose a nickname, an email, and so on. Here, once you sign in, you can add members, and you don't need emails for them. You could just have like a username. When you're adding different users to your Switch, make sure to use their sign-in ID. I thought I had to enter my email to access their sub-accounts, but that's not the case. Your main account is not the primary account for them. Then these are the features available for linking your Nintendo account. See here the profile image change because on my niece's Switch, I used my Nintendo account thinking I can then create a username for her under my main account, which is not the case. So yeah, go to mynintendo.com first to add a member to make it easier on yourself, and then create a username and password for that new user. Okay, so let's say I want to add my niece's user. account to this in case she may have a game that she has and I want to play. So go to users, add user, not create, import user data from another console. And then it asks you if you're still going to use the old one, the old Switch with that account. So put yes, yes. And it asks you, do you want to use the same Nintendo account as the one you have? Just go with it. Then it's gonna ask you to sign in. Enter their sign-in ID or email along with their password. And yeah, that's her username, her nickname with that image, so I know it's her. So click OK. The user has been added, and there you go. Now I will not have any of their games. For that I have to go back to the Nintendo eShop, and I have to select the user and download their previous downloads. For security purposes, enter your password. Then I'll go to the user account. This is touchscreen, by the way. And then just go to re-download. And if there was a game that she has, I could just download it from here into my Switch. Next, just to save on battery life, I'm changing the screen from white to black. On TV settings, make sure to hit auto on everything, in case you plan on playing on multiple TVs or playing it at someone else's house. On your TV, go to audio settings and go to digital out and select PCM. Then you have the option to show your battery life, your battery percentage. You have the option to lower maximize volume so you won't get ear fatigue and blow out your ears. Finally, so it's time to play your Switch after this long process. I just want to throw this out there that there's no difference between a new Switch game versus an old one. They both don't come with manuals. I guess Nintendo's going green. Although the GameStop did say there are a few exceptions to certain games. The way to insert a game on the Switch is different from what we're used to, like the Game Boy or Game Boy Advance, where the cartridge art will be outward, but on the Switch it has to be inward. Don't make that mistake. And then you just push to snap, and then to remove you just push it as well, and it'll pop out, and then you could just grab it out, and then you just close the little cover there, and there you are. You'll click the game you want. You have to download it, and it just takes a couple minutes or less. So after playing for a few hours, how do you close the game? Well, you hit the home button and then you just hit the X button and you get this option to close it down. Press start on your game image and you get an option to earn points for having a physical copy, but you also get points by buying digital copies. This can be used as a discount on the eShop for purchasing your next game. So in my example, I get 60 points for having the physical copy of Metroid Dread, and this expires after the first year of the game's release. So if a year passed, then you don't qualify for the points. So in this example, 60 points equals to 60 cents off your next game on the eShop. Here's all I know about the Switch Online. It's for you to be able to play online with others. You pay like $60 a year, I think. You get an option to have your saved data saved in the cloud because there's no other option, but really you could just take your SIM card and drag your save files from there and save them to your computer as a backup. And rewards online, you have to do missions. I personally don't know because I don't have it, but I guess you unlock badges or I don't know, characters for your user account, which I really don't care. Here's what I know. You have a 7-day free trial, so if you have to send in your Switch for repair to Nintendo, they're gonna wipe it clean. So use that free trial to save a backup online, or if you're tech savvy, you could take your saved data from your SIM card and transfer it to your computer. And if you're playing online, you have to download their Nintendo app so you can be able to communicate with other players, which sucks really. Again, I personally don't use it, but it's there as an option if you're interested. Do not confuse Nintendo Switch Online with Nintendo eShop. Nintendo eShop is where you can download your digital games, including demos if you don't have any games or can't afford one. Kind of like the PlayStation 1 era where it will come with a demo for you to just test out the system. So again, if you want to download demos or buy digital games, you have to go to the Nintendo eShop. And then to sign up for the online membership is Nintendo Switch Online. Then you got news, which I don't really care, albums. I'm not gonna put anything on here. You got your controllers, which I already talked about. Not to calibrate. I think you have to go on the settings for that. Find your controller. Pair and so settings if you want to recalibrate. And that's about it. So you can hold the home button, shortcut for sleep mode. Then to wake it up, hit the power button one time, and then just hit the A button 3 times. And if you want to shut it off, you hold it for 10 seconds and then you get that option. There's my battery percentage always on display because I changed that in the settings. 49%. But yeah, these covers I bought, they come with this grip. When I had the Switch on dock and I wanted to use the, I guess, controller conversion that it comes with, it wouldn't fit because of this. And then this cover was, I don't know, kind of like a nuisance to take off, so I just figured, you know what, I just won't play without that controller conversion. And if you're not playing online, you could put it in airplane mode to increase battery life. But make sure your Joy-Cons are attached and played in handheld because the controllers are Bluetooth, and if you have airplane mode on, you won't be able to play it in, as they call it, tabletop mode. So if I go to that other user's name, let's say it's your relative and you want to play one of their games, this is if you want to share like a digital copy. Then you go to this top icon, their icon, go to where it says re-download, and you'll see I downloaded some demos for her. Where's that Mario Kart? 1, 2, it says I have 7 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not here because I already downloaded it, but that's where you would go to download that digital game. Here's Mario Kart that I got from my niece. So I select the game, so I select hers, and it's checking to see if she's playing that game. Oh, here's what I wanted to show you. Bought an SD card because of all the YouTube videos I saw. They said I needed one, but honestly, for the games, I just want like the top 25 or less games, all mostly from Nintendo, like your Mario Odyssey, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Who knows, maybe I'm wrong, maybe with that game I do need this one. And the Nintendo Switch is compatible with the XC or the HC. So I know that the SD card goes behind the kickstand. really don't know which figure it's facing down. Yep, it clicked into place. This way in, make sure you're able to see the picture facing you. And let's see if it worked. The system update is required to use a micro SD. Okay, so it recognized it. So to perform system update later, return home menu and select system. System update. Okay, update. The system will restart. Let me show you on the previous switch, which I had trouble opening, but I'm told that you're supposed to go to the right, closest to the right Joy-Con, and get that edge to open it. And if by chance this popped out, all you have to do is just align it and just press it in and it'll click into place. But anyways, that's where you will insert the SD card. Remember the picture facing out. Alright, what happened? I thought we were gonna restart. I know my battery didn't die. Well, let's push the power button, see what happens. Oh, I guess I was in sleep mode. Alright, well, let's check in settings. So settings, data management, move data between system and micro SD card. There you go. So under settings, data management, click this. Move to SD card, select that option. There you go, and then you get the options what games you want to move to the SD card. So let's do all the demos. This one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, is there like a select all option? 7 gigabytes. Yeah, we definitely want that in the SD card. It said that there's no select all option. So yeah, the biggest one I have here is Mario Kart, a digital copy. Alright, and then we just go to move data. Following software will be moved. Okay, move. 18 minutes. Okay, it says data move complete. You can see this is internal. It says system memory, free space 54.3. But we see that now we have 158 gigabytes free from the micro SD card. So that means it took 42 gigabytes of just the games. So I just want to show you, I want to get this game. Yeah, let me select mine. I want to pre-order this game, but it's the same process as you wanting to download one. So I'm going to coming to I want to pre-order Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, coming out soon, June 16 of 2022. You get 10% off for pre-ordering, I'm assuming. So if I make this purchase, I get 113 gold points, which equates to $1.13. So let's proceed to purchase. And it's gonna ask me if I want to redeem the current points I have. So let's go to redeem points. Well, first off, it's telling me my balance. I have $5.90 in my funds. The price of the game is $22.49. So let's go to redeem. I've used points. I used my previous points for Cuphead. So currently I have 77, which is 77 cents. So I'm good with that. I'll click next. And now you can see that it's subtracting your points from the total. And it's telling me, hey, you don't have sufficient funds. I only have $5.90. and it's telling me I need additional $15.82. I have it set up with PayPal. Required amount only, or $20, $50, or $100. So let me just, for example, go to required amount only. It's telling me to re-enter my password, and there we go. It's telling me to confirm, so add funds and purchase. And I get the option to close the eShop or continue shopping. And by making this purchase, I made 109 points for purchasing this game, so that's $1.09. You have what's featured, recent releases, games that is, great deals. This is where I go usually to see discounted games, which is equivalent to going to Game Shop and buying like a used game, but usually they're not big titles. There's like third-party titles. I've never seen personally games by Nintendo here with a discount. So it's kind of like Steam in a sense. Those games you find in that software Steam for PC gaming. Anyways, you got your bestsellers category coming soon. Switch Online, but I don't have that. If you don't have any games with you, so go at the very top above featured, go to search. And then here you have search by genre, price range, games with demos, downloadable content. That could be like even if you're searching for like DLC. So go to games with demos. Here they all are. Just find the one you want. There's a lot of them. This could take a while. So let's say Imp of the Sun. Select it with A, then with the L or R. Some of them have previews, so you can watch a video to see if you like it. Trailer of the game. Just hit B to go back. Keep hitting L or R for more screenshots, and then just go to the right and go down to download demo. And that's it, and then just go back and download your next game. So here's the latest one, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Again, hit your R or L, you can see a trailer of the game, screenshots, multiple trailers. Just hit right, then down to download demo. Demo is now downloading. I already have it. You can check the download status on the home menu. So hit OK, then hit B to go back and download another game. So let's go home, and it's not there because I already have it downloaded. Go to my groups, demos, there's Kirby. This is the latest feature of version 14. So you go all the way to the right, and if you see here on the top right, it'll say hit the R button to sort filter, L for groups. So if you hit L, you can create a group, if you see there on the top right. And I've created one that says demos, digital games, and physical games. It's just a good way to go through your games. Maybe you want to categorize it under RPG, roleplay, racing games, adventure games. So that's kind of a neat feature. So let's say I go to physical games. These are all my physical games. And when you hit the home button, you would think that, hey, this is my category, but no, your home screen shows the most recent played, just to give you that simple access of playing your most recent games. Hold it, power options, turn off.